Yes, AutoChief, new week, new car, Ghana, pay attention. It's your man, Dio Fair Japan, and I'm excited to be back. This week, we're going to focus on the 6th generation Honda CR-V. That's a popular request. Many people have been asking me, AutoChief, let's see what's happening in the China market. And today, just stick around. In a few minutes, you're going to know everything about the Honda CR-V in the China market and its sibling or twin, the Honda Breeze. So the options are many from the China market. I've told you, when it comes to these car imports and used car information, the trusted name is AutoChief. And one of my followers on TikTok said, AutoChief, tell the people what you do. So what do? I import vehicles, direct import for my clients. And what's the value proposition? So that I bring all the savings to you. So because if I use my money to import the car, to ship the car, and to clear the car, I don't have a choice. I need to put the margin on it, huge margin mostly. So I'm saying, no, let's not do that. You have the money, let me help you to import. So that's what I call direct import. So that's my business model. So those who have followed me, like I'm saying, I'm excited. Some have turned from just followers to clients. So if you're watching me, by the time you finish watching this video, I promise you, you'll be so informed that the natural progression is to say, AutoChief, import one of these vehicles for me. All right, so we are not going to waste time. If you follow me on TikTok, I appreciate you. On YouTube, just click on the subscribe button. Let's keep the family going and moving. I appreciate you. Yes, so as you can see on your screen, we are going to get some information, the primary information about the Honda CR-V. That's the 6th generation Honda CR-V. So the 6th generation Honda CR-V is a compact crossover. That information you already know. And it's manufactured by Honda since 2022. And here, pay attention, it's manufactured by Honda. So regardless of where the plants are. All right. And it replaced the 5th generation. That one too, you also know. So let's check what is important to us. So we get to where I've highlighted green to the extreme right. You can see that the Honda CR-V is also called Honda Breeze in the China market. And who makes the Honda Breeze? That's the joint venture between GAC and Honda. So they make that. And in terms of production, since September 2022 and model years 2023 to current. So this is the newest generation Honda CR-V. So if you're watching this video and you're looking on the used car market, I'm sure if you're looking at one around the EXL trim, the lowest pricing you will see is around 600,000 Ghana cedis. But I can promise you that if you direct import through AutoChief, 400,000, we should be able to deliver one of these cars to you. And the reason why you should spend about 400,000 on a 6th generation Honda CR-V down on the 5th generation, because now, because of the move from internal combustion engines to new energy vehicles or electric vehicles, in China, the used car prices are dropping by the day. So what I predict is that most middle class people in Ghana who tend to change cars every 5 years, that average is going to drop to about every 3 years. So what it means is that any car that you are buying, it's important that you think about a resale. When I'm going to sell it later, is it going to be easy? That's what I'm saying. It's always good to go for the newer generation vehicle so that when you're handing it over, there are many people out there who will now want to be stepping from the older generation to this. So that's a good tip for you. Now let's continue. So aside from a 1.5 liter turbocharged petrol engine, the 6th generation CR-V is also available with 3 electrified powertrains globally, which are the 2.0 liter petrol with the electric as well. And that's the one they call the hybrid. That's the hybrid. But Honda calls their hybrid EHEV. Globally, that's how they call it. But I think in the US, they just say hybrid. And then they also have a 2.0 liter petrol with also the electrical energy. And that one they call EPHEV, plug-in hybrid. And then they have an FCEV. That's a plug-in hybrid fuel cell. That's not a car that I know a lot about. And because this video is focusing on the China market, as you can see, I've highlighted in green. So let's understand what's happening in the China market as far as the 6th generation CR-V is concerned. The 6th generation CR-V is produced and sold in China by Dongfeng Honda. The plant that produces the 6th generation CR-V for Dongfeng Honda is also responsible. Here, pay attention here. I'm going to repeat. The plant that produces the 6th generation CR-V for Dongfeng Honda is also responsible for the CR-V, EHEV, and EPHEV models sold in more than 20 countries, including the United Kingdom, Ireland, Iceland, Greece, and Portugal. So when you finish watching this video, please, and please, I repeat myself, do not come and ask me, let me take my time again. Do not come and ask me elementary questions. Are vehicles produced in China reliable, durable? Because you are hearing it for yourself that the plant that produces the 6th generation CR-V for Dongfeng Honda is also responsible for the CR-V, EHEV, that's the hybrid, and EPHEV, that's the plug-in hybrid models sold in more than 20 European countries, including the United Kingdom, Ireland, Iceland, Greece, and Portugal. So it's settled. Do not let anyone deceive you that the variant that goes to the US market is superior to the one that's made in China. I've given you enough information. Like I tell you all the time, let's use the information and put aside the speculation. So let's move along. Even though I'm going to focus on the China market, because most people see the CR-V and the one that they see in Ghana are still coming from the North American market. That's United States of America and Canada. Let's read how their models also look like. So in the US market, you see trims like EX, EXL, Sport Touring, and they also have the hybrid versions, and so that's also very important. And here, let's pay attention here. So what the US market decided to do is that they gave you the hybrid in the Sport and the Sport Touring trims. And so, but pay attention here that every market has a different way that they approach their naming of their trims in terms of features. So whilst US will give you EX, EXL, Sport, and Sport trims, or China doesn't, it goes with different names. When you want to import from the China market through me, what I need to know from you is what is important to you. Is it a sunroof? Is it push to start? Is it leather seating? So I can go to the market with the features that are more important to you, because the naming in terms of trims are different in China. And then we move on to the Canadian models, and they also started with LX, Sport, EXL, and Touring trims. So you've seen that in the Canadian market, you've not heard anything about Sport Touring. So let's keep these things in mind so that we don't do a lot of back and forth about I want Sport Touring. No, I'm telling you about China market, you are mentioning Sport Touring. That's not how it works. Let me know the features that are more important to you. All right, let's proceed. Clearly on your screen, you can see a picture of a 2023 Honda CR-V. So this is the CR-V, the look of the global market one. So that's the same thing for the US market, also for the China market. But of course, there are modifications, few modifications, so which you see. For instance, a key modification is that in the China market one, all the variants have their exhaust pipes, twin exhaust exposed. Yes, so like I said, in the China market, all variants of the 6th generation Honda CR-V, they have twin exhaust pipes and they are all shown. So it gives it a very sporty stance when you are looking at it from the back. In the US market, the only trim that you get these sporty exhaust is when you move on to the hybrid. That's the sport and sport touring trims. I hope you understand, because the US, in terms of marketing, they want to price the hybrid sport and sport tourings high, so they need to make them look a certain way. So that's something that you have to pay attention to. Okay, so I'm so excited. You can see the smile on my face. What you are seeing on your screen is the sixth generation Honda CR-V, but a variant that's present in the China market, and it's called Honda Breeze. And look at the design for this one, made by GAC Honda, that joint venture. It just looks good. The approach was different, so it has the grill was just, they had to tweak the grill, but where they separated this from the global CR-V is that they made this one, in terms of the look, feel very luxurious. In fact, when you park this one, the Honda Breeze, near a BMW, any of the Europeans, your car is just going to feel right at home, because what they didn't do was to keep these trims around the tires plastic. So no plastic moldings around the tires. No, these are body colored, and these are features that are always reserved for luxury vehicles and premium vehicles. So the mission was very clear. You can tell when you bring this one to the market, you're going to be different. So just send me a message after watching. Even at this point, just pause the video and send me a message. My email is there. Just send a message and I'll get you one of these as soon as possible, so you look different in the streets. All right, now let's take a closer look at the rear and see the design, how GAC Honda also tweaked the design in the rear. Yes, oh man. And for the back, GAC Honda decided that you're not going to go with the vertical approach to the rear lights. Now here they did horizontal, and it has the effect of a BMW rear lights. Beautiful, you can tell. And as always, like I said, twin pipes. So it gives this one luxurious look and also sporty look, especially from the back. For the front, you get a very luxurious presentation for the front fascia. Beautiful. I'm telling you, if you have 400,000 Ghana cedis after watching this video, come and see me in the office. Just call me, come and see me in the office. Let's work fast, because I've noticed the past 4 weeks, the exchange rate is moving up slightly. Now, I think the last I saw on Bank of Ghana's website, I think 10.8. Don't forget, a few weeks ago, we were looking at 10.3. So time to act is now. But I brought you something special. Honda Breeze, 6th generation Honda CR-V in the China market. Superior machine. Right. So before I take you to the China market for you to see how much the Honda CR-V and the Honda Breeze are selling for on the used car market in China, just take a few minutes, see on your screen a comparison between the Honda CR-V and the Honda Breeze. And so the first feature is the platform or wheelbase. And in terms of a platform, the 6th generation Honda CR-V is on the Honda architecture platform, HA platform. And the same platform is used by the Honda Breeze. They also have the same wheelbase, 2,700 millimeters for both. And in terms of length, the Honda CR-V stays with 4,703 millimeters. However, because of the design, the way GAC tweaked the front and tweaked the back, they were able to extend the length a bit more. So the length of the Breeze is actually 4,716 millimeters. So 13 millimeters longer than the Honda CR-V. So that's on the exterior side. Of course, like I said, they tweaked the bumpers and the rest, so that's why. And in terms of front styling, how are they different? The Honda CR-V has a larger grille, sportier look. So yes, it looks sporty, as I mentioned. And when you get to the Breeze, smaller grille, sleeker bumpers, and headlights. So that's how come you get that European feel, almost like a luxury vehicle. So this one is choose your choice. Now we go to body cladding. That's what I was mentioning. Black plastic overlays, the cladding that's around the wheels and other parts. But when it comes to the Honda Breeze, these claddings are body colored, so you don't see them too different from the car because they are sprayed in the same paint. That's very important. That's where the luxury feel and premium feel comes from. And then we get to rear tail design. CR-V goes with a traditional L-shaped lights that has the vertical orientation. However, the Honda Breeze goes for horizontal, let me relax, horizontal LED lights, redesigned tailgates. And so then interior layout, they all have Civic style cabin. So the Breeze and the interior, they literally are the same interior. So with only trim differences. Trim is just means the materials, Then we get to engine options. Same engine options. 1.5 turbo, 2.0 hybrid, 2.0 plug-in hybrid. Same for both. When we get to transmissions to CVT for the petrol, ECVT, that's electronic continuously variable transmission for the hybrids. Same. So they are twins, but you can say fraternal. They are fraternal twins because they have the fundamentals, everything, but they all have their looks. And so now we can move on. Yes, AutoChief, I cannot come and describe these cars to you without showing you the prices in the China market. So we are beginning with the Honda CR-V in the China market. As you can see, we are looking at an example of a 2023 Honda CR-V with the 1.5 turbo engine, 193 horsepower. And this one has 27,000 kilometers. This is not miles. 27,000 kilometers. So this is very low mileage. And how much? Asking price $22,720 US. This is no accident, please. This is what Ghana we call accident free. So this one, when I buy it for you, I'm not looking for parts. When I get out of port, I pick the car. I might go to a place like A1 Detailing. That man is doing a great job, so I might take it to him. He detail it. We are to you. Easy work. Now let's move on to the second car, which is 2023 Honda CR-V 1.5 turbo, 193 horsepower. Asking price. Let's talk about even the mileage here. This is 18,000 kilometers. That's a brand new car. 18,000 kilometers. That's about 12,000 miles. Still brand new. And now asking price $20,084 US. That's cool. So now let's look at additional vehicles with the Honda CR-V and see some more prices. Yes, so our third vehicle is a 2023 Honda CR-V 1.5 turbo, 193 horsepower, and then the mileage 15,000 kilometers. That's super low mileage. Asking price $22,011. And then the fourth vehicle, 2023 Honda CR-V, same specs, mileage 14,000 kilometers, $21,444 US. So good pricing. And I've mentioned again, these are not salvage. This is not accidents. Clean. Bring the money. Maximum in 10 to 12 weeks, the machine will land. Right. So, when I talk about the Honda Breeze, and I'm excited. Same powertrain, same engine and transmission. 2023 Honda Breeze with the mileage of 27,000 kilometers. Very low mileage. Kilometers, so convert to miles and you see that it's even super. Now, asking price $17,759 US. Cool. And then the second one is 2023 Honda Breeze, mileage 21,000 kilometers. once again, I need to emphasize because the US market is miles. All right. Asking price $18,921. Let's look at more Honda Breeze prices. Yes, so the third vehicle, 2023 Honda Breeze, mileage 28,000 kilometers. Once again, kilometers. Asking price 20,000. In fact, 20,906 US dollars. Again, 20,906 US dollars. And then we move to the fourth, 2023 Honda Breeze, mileage 9,600 kilometers. That's new car. Pick it up. Asking price 20,027 US dollars. And so now we are done with the prices in the China market. These are, of course, sample prices. Some could be a little higher, but when I'm sourcing for you, my value to you is get you good, high quality vehicle in good condition, low mileage with the necessary specs, and all you pay me for is my service charge, because I do consultation for you, I ship for you, I clear for you. Pay attention. So at this point, someone will be watching and asking, AutoChief, you've told us about the prices in China, but let's also look at these prices in the US market. So there you see, in the US market, a comparative used 2023 Honda CR-V, our first vehicle, is the mileage is 16,000 miles. This is miles, not kilometers. And the asking price 29,998, essentially 30,000 US dollars. So you are seeing the difference, almost 10,000 US dollars. Then our second vehicle, 2023 Honda CR-V. The first one was LX. LX is quite a basic trim. And then second trim is okay, EX. Mileage is 12,843 miles. And this is not kilometers, miles. Now, asking price 30,249 US dollars. So you are seeing approximately 10,000 US dollar difference. Now let's continue and look at more prices. Yes, so our third vehicle as far as the US market is 2023 Honda CR-V EXL. The EXL is the one that I use to simulate my searches in the China market. So this is more applicable. And the mileage is 37,827 miles. And the asking price is 30,995. So almost approximately 31,000 US dollars. So you are seeing this one, the difference is about $11,000 between this one and the China one, because it's EXL. Now we get to the fourth vehicle, 2023 Honda CR-V EXL all-wheel drive. This is, quite a good trim. And mileage is 40,534 miles. Asking price 32,484 US dollars. So you have seen clearly that the prices between the China market and the US market, approximately, the difference is approximately 10,000 US dollars. So AutoChief, that's what I'm telling you. Give me the job, I'll do it. I'll bring a super machine to you. Just pay me the money and we're active. So the question always that some people, when they come to my page, they want to know very quickly is that, AutoChief, what's my value? What value do I provide for customers? And I do primarily 4 things. Consultation, because I know about vehicles. This is what I've been doing for over 10 years. I know about almost every vehicle. So I can bring you savings. So that's one. That's consultation. Secondly, I do the sourcing, like I buy the vehicle for you. So that's why I'm bringing the savings. And then third is that I'm the one who will ship for you. So all those, in fact, you give me money and you go to sleep. Then finally, when the vehicle gets to port, I'm getting the car out of port without any issues. So 4 things: consultation, sourcing, shipping, and clearing. So when I give you a service fee, that's all these 4 combined. So that's my value to you. And the other option is to say, okay, for me, I'm not interested in any direct import because I have my money. I want to go to the market and buy. That's also fair. It's a marketplace. So The choice is in your hands as the consumer and the one who is doing the buying. But if you choose me, like I'm telling you, if you choose me to source a 2023 Honda CR-V, my guarantee is about nearly almost 200,000 Ghana cedis in savings. Yes, I mean that. Yes, so before we go, I've been advised by my followers that whatever vehicle that I talk about, I need to bring information regarding regarding the import duty. So there you have it. The import duty is on your screen, and this is for a 2023 Honda CR-V, and this is for an EXL trim. EXL is quite loaded. So, and as at today, the import duty $88,728 and 15 cents. So approximately 90,000 Ghana cedis when you bring an EXL. But pay attention, as I've said, the past couple of weeks, the exchange rate is moving slowly, but I think there's been some little sharp movement. So pay attention. If you're planning on buying or importing any of these vehicles, the time is now. So thank you for sticking around. I hope the information I've provided is valuable, and it should make your purchase or import decision very simple. If you want to use my services, just send me an email. And the reason why I prefer email is that anybody who takes a few minutes to send an email means that they are serious. They are not going to waste their time, and they are not going to waste my time. And so thank you always for the love, for the follows, and for those on YouTube too. Thank you for subscribing. If you have not already subscribed today, now is the time. Thank you. Before I go, I want to big up my video director, Awobio. I appreciate your effort. So until next week when I see you, I say Ghana, Bidasi.